Greetings, Bulldog fans. Bruce Ciskie for 5-Minute Major from the penalty box at Amsoil Arena. Last weekend, there was some really good hockey played here as the Bulldogs hosted the nation's #2 ranked team out of the University of Notre Dame. Let's get a recap of last weekend's series against the Fighting Irish. Puck in the right corner, Notre Dame zone. Kraus now behind the net, a wraparound, a tip, comes free in front, they score! Cal Bukowski ties it up after a Bulldog timeout. Wolinski on the right walks in. Now on the goal line is Farley. Basaraba's out front. Wolinski score! Andy Wolinski on the 5-on-3. It's 3-2. Cameronese a takeaway. Basaraba walking in on the backhand score! Joe Basaraba off the turnover. A beautiful backhand, and the Bulldogs score first. Here's Herbert walking in right circle. Herbert off the turnover. Osterberg score! Niall Osterberg off the feed from Herbert. It's 4-0. This weekend, the Bulldogs are back on the road, heading to Columbus, Ohio, to venture into Big Ten country. It's the Bulldogs taking on Ohio State Friday and Saturday. It's a reunion of sorts for UMD, as former Bulldog assistant coaches Steve Rollick and Brett Larson both work for the Buckeyes. Rollick now the head coach at his first year, and Larson in his first year as Rollick's primary assistant. Caught up with head coach Scott Sandelin, get his thoughts on last weekend's series against Notre Dame and this weekend's matchup against Ohio State. Let's talk about last weekend. Notre Dame is split. You lose Friday, you win Saturday, and another impressive performance on Saturday.
Yeah, it was kind of a mirror image of the previous weekend, Bruce. I thought our first third of the weekend, the first two periods, were not as good as the last four, so we got to figure that out. But it was a good third period Friday, and we carried that over to a good start Saturday, and that was really critical to the win.
Talk about on Saturday, you come out playing very well. You get a power play that comes up empty, but then second half of the period, you get the backhand goal by Joe, and it seemed to open the floodgates. You always talk about shifts after goals, and so what do? You put Caleb's line out there, and they score in 9 seconds.
Yeah, and going to the net, that's the most important. I like the way the goal was scored. You know, he was going hard to the net, and I think it went off his body. And but, you know, to have that response, obviously that took a little more wind out of their sails, and, you know, to add another one at that, you know, in that period was huge. And, you know, the second period, a lot of hockey left against a good team, and you know, to get the only goal that period, I think, was big for us too. And you know, we just tried to stay out of the box in the third period, which we didn't do a very good job of. But I was, you know, we had opportunities in the power play and early to make it 5 or 6, and we didn't do that. And you know, luckily those power plays came later, and our killers did a good job. Talk
about your penalty kill, especially your goaltender. We talked about this going into Saturday. Your goaltender sometimes has to be your best killer, and Aaron Crandall on Friday in a lot of cases was. You held a very good power play to 2 goals. Yeah,
I think our guys did a much better job Saturday, but again, I thought he was the biggest reason why our killers, you know, he made some great saves, you know, certainly on the penalty kill and 5-on-5, but certainly on the penalty kill, I thought he was, by question, our best penalty killer. And, you know, we need goaltending like that, and you need that against a team like that to have a chance to win.
Ohio State this weekend in Columbus. You can't let up. These are good hockey teams. They're Division I. They're legit, and a team that certainly you know a little bit about from having played them last year, and certainly you know a couple of guys on the coaching staff really well.
Yeah, you know, and they got a couple good wins. You know, they started 0-3. They lost some tough games. I think they're playing tonight, actually, against Bowling Green. So they have 3 games this week. But, you know, just to get in the win column, I just started watching the games, so – you know, we'll watch more of the tape, but again, for us, you know, it's more of how we need to play, and the focus needs to be on our guys, and like I said, playing the right way. That's been a big theme right now, is playing the game the right way for 60 minutes, and you know, hopefully we can do that this weekend. And you know, before the break, it's 2 very important non-conference games against again a good opponent.
Don't forget, Bulldog fans, we're not home till December 6th when St. Cloud State visits for the NCHC Conference home opener. Bulldogs are on the road to Ohio State this weekend, 6 p.m. for both games. We'll have them on 94X, 94.1 in town, 104.3 everywhere else. You can also listen online at 94xrocks.com. Get your tickets now for those last 2 home series before break, December 6th and 7th against St. Cloud State, and the 13th and 14th against Western Michigan. All the lowdown online, umdbulldogs.com. Enjoy the hockey this weekend from Columbus as the Bulldogs take on Ohio State.